I got sick of messing with my two-stroke edger, so I went ahead and bit the bullet and bought this STIHL FCA 140. This is a battery-powered edger. I've already got the batteries from my weed eater and chainsaw that'll fit in this one, so the price wasn't too bad without the battery. They have two models of these edgers. One is a high-speed spinning edger, and this one is the lower speed with the higher torque. So out here where I live, there's a lot of edging to do, and it's really rocky and dry and packed down, and I think the higher torque would be easier for doing what I'm doing. So go ahead and unbox this and take a look. Here's everything you get out of the box. You've got the cutting assembly here. Gonna need to put the shaft of the device there, and the blade will go there. Give you some accessories. Get a pair of safety glasses. Get you one blade to get started. Boy, it's kind of thin too. This isn't the heavy duty type here. And then a wrench. And then just a tool. You can use a screwdriver for something like this too, but to hold the, somewhere in there, this will hold the drive shaft in place. I guess it's here. While you're turning, there you go. To tighten up the blade, you'll need to insert this here to stop it from turning. Owner's manual. And there's the rest of the unit and a plug for the battery. And that's it. This is pretty lightweight, this piece here, which is good because once you put that battery in there, it's going to get heavy. So go ahead and get this handle mounted up and get the rest of it put together and give it a spin. This wrench I give you is pretty handy, not only for turning the bolt that holds the blade on, but also the other end has the torque size that you need to crank down on the handle, and also to install the head unit. So when you get that lined up in the right spot, you're going to want to crank it tight on that bolt right there. Something else I like to do with these unique tools that you get with these other power tools is to engrave it, so I know where the thing came from. So I've got this cheap engraver. You can do dog tags or keys or anything else you need to engrave with just this little thing. And I'm just going to scratch STIHL on the side here so I remember this is what that wrench is for. And there we go. Now remember 3 years from now what this wrench is for. All right, so I'm going to use this shaft here, roll it around to where the holes line up, and then I'm going to loosen this, but remember these are reverse threaded. So you turn it clockwise to loosen it up. Put your blade on there. And then counterclockwise to tighten it. And you got to make sure this thing is on tight or it'll vibrate off. Gotta remember, counterclockwise. There we go. There we go. That looks pretty tight. Let's put a battery in it and give it a whirl. Another nice thing about this is when you're out working it, if you need to adjust the wheel, you've just got to do a thumb screw here to adjust that. It's got a lot of play in here, so I can lower this wheel quite a bit and lift the blade up out of the dirt. And all I have to do is just pull on that thumb screw and be able to slide it in that track. So I got my old AP 180 battery here. Looks like I got a safety here and a safety under here. Activate those and we'll pull the trigger. Oh, there you go. When you sit it on the ground, it'll just sit there flat and it doesn't flip over because it's got that one wheel up front. They've figured out how to balance it so that the bottom stays level and just parks on the ground there. And this is having no trouble getting through this very thick Dallas grass clumps and tearing through this dirt. See if I can do this one-handed here. Another thing I like about it is the trigger is a variable speed. So if you get into something a little tighter, a little more dirt, you can just crank a little more on the trigger and you're going to go faster. So here's the low speed trigger pull, and then I'll pull a little harder, and then I'll max it out. You can hear the torque on the machine start to crank up. Haven't had to pull backwards really at all. I've been trimming now for about a half an hour and just going forward. It's got enough power and makes a clean of enough cut that I haven't had to go raking it back and forth to get the weeds knocked out. It's been able to just power through all of them, and I just keep going forward, and I haven't had to do really any backtracking, and I got a nice clean cut the whole way through. So I guess I'm going to wrap the video here. This is a great device. I'm very happy with it. Well worth the money. It powers through those really thick Dallas grass weeds and the packed down dirt, no trouble. I did almost all the filming on this video with one hand on the edger and the other hand holding the camera. And really, you know, it was doing it by itself. So I'm really happy that you don't have to drag it back and forth to get a good cut. It just cuts on the first try and it just keeps pushing on through. So highly recommend. Check the description in the video for links to my other reviews of some STIHL equipment and as well a link for parts that you can get. Like on this case, you need more of those edger blades because they wear out, and there's a link in there for those. And I hope this video helped, and if it did, please give it a thumbs up. That'll help other people find it as well. And have a great day.